This is the transition news on Atlantic Television Network. Analysts have advised the Nigerian police not to restrict protesters from expressing their grievances on issues that affect their welfare. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network's program, Open Conversation, a political analyst, Olaka, said that the problems of bad governance and hardship across the country was responsible for the protests, and there was need for the government to provide immediate and lasting solution.
The police spokesperson in River State, the Abale Park and the Pleasure Park that have been mentioned as the designated area for the protests, is that the venue of the hunger? Is that the venue of the hardship? Is that the venue of the bad governance that Nigerians are protesting against? What's the reason? Why do we have to confine them to a particular venue, a particular place? Whereas the hardship, the effect of bad governance is all over Nigeria, stinking, staring us in the face, living with us. And then you are asking a man who is agitated and is seeking government's attention to stay at a particular venue. Are we doing chief testing coronation or traditional marriage that we have to be confined to? Is it a football match that they have to be restricted to a stadium?
All right.
Protesters are people who are no longer comfortable with what is going on.
All right.
And so they are venting.
On his part, Ugochukwu Ifeanyichukwu advised President Tinubu that he should prevent the protest by taking proactive steps in rolling out measures to cushion the hunger challenges.
Has had a 3 weeks window of where they rolled out their demands. A government that has the people in mind would have started rolling out measures to cushion the effect, and the preventer avoided that protest. But what happened? The president missed that opportunity, and rather he was gathering traditional rulers from all over the country, religious leaders to go and talk to people. He spoke to his ministers, but where are they? Have you seen them on national television addressing those people even?
This is coming after the police in River State on Wednesday warned that criminal elements have hijacked the End Bad Governance protest in the state and are targeting motorists and businesses. Many persons are feared dead after a fire burnt and sank a boat codenamed God Bless Dixon between Ekeni and Ukubie communities in southern Ijaw local government area of Bayelsa State at about 5:30 a.m. on Wednesday, and chairman of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, Bayelsa State Chapter, Ipaganse Ogoniba, who disclosed this on Thursday, said that the boat was carrying about 64 persons at the time of the incident, but several persons swam to safety, and it will be difficult to state the exact number of those who died or survived until much later when he received reports from boats and local divers engaged in ongoing rescue efforts. The Yenagoa-bound boats usually carried traders who ply their wares from one riverine market to the other and return to Yenagoa in time for Monday and Thursday, the market days of the Swali ultramodern market, and it is not immediately clear what caused the incident, but it is believed that it started from improper handling of petrol close to the onboard engine. Confirming the incident, the police public relations officer Musa Muhammad said that the local boat was traveling from Ekeni to Yenagoa when the incident took place, claiming about 20 lives, and rescue efforts were ongoing at the scene of the incident. Edo State government says trucks of rice from the federal government cannot solve the problem of hunger in the state. Commissioner for Communication and Orientation, Chris Nekiare, who disclosed this while addressing a press conference in Benin, said that the clarification followed the insistence by the state's All Progressive Congress former governor Adams Oshomole and the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs Abubakar Momo after Edo State collected truckloads of rice from the federal government. Nahiare alleged that PDP had uncovered a plot by the APC to cause civil unrest in Edo State ahead of the September 21st governorship election, while APC is resorting to devious plans because they have realized the folly of presenting an unlettered and incompetent candidate for the office of a governor. But the director of publicity, Edo APC Governorship Campaign Council, Orobosa Omojo, countered the accusation, describing it as incessant noise meant to cover up the Governor Godwin Obaseki's alleged economic corruption, adding that the fear of losing the entire hidden grains led to Obaseki's hatred for the organizers of the protest, whom he referred to as hoodlums and thugs. Anambra State Road Traffic Management Agency have suspended 3 of its female officers caught on camera engaged in a physical brawl with the police traffic personnel at Aroma Junction, Awka, the state capital. The 3 traffic officers were recently caught on camera publicly fighting with the police traffic personnel over money purportedly given to them by a motorist. This is coming after a video circulated on social media a few days ago showing 4 female traffic officers comprising 3 ATMA officials and 1 police traffic officer throwing punches at each other while still in their uniforms at Aroma Junction, Awka, while the incident caused gridlock as the fight occurred in the middle of the road, thereby attracting a large crowd to the scene, and motorists slowed down to watch as the fight was going on. Lagos State Government has sealed off Landcraft Industries Nigeria and Word of Light Christ Ministry for noise and environmental pollution related offenses. State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokumbo Wahab, who disclosed this in a statement, said that the Landcraft Industries Nigeria, situated at Odogunyan, Ikorodu, Lagos, was sealed off due to gross environmental pollution, while the Word of Light Christ Ministry, located at also in Ikorodu, was sealed off due to noise pollution. The enforcement operation, led by Deputy Director, Enforcement Development, was aimed at ensuring compliance with the Lagos State Environmental Laws 2017, while expressing readiness of his agency to take action against any establishment that failed to comply with the state's environmental laws. He, however, urged all industries and establishments in Lagos to prioritize environmental sustainability and adhere strictly to regulations to avoid a clampdown. Fire has gutted a mobile fuel station near Airport Hotel Ikeja on Obafemi Awolowo Way in Lagos State. Eyewitnesses said that the incident occurred around 11 a.m. on Thursday during a busy period of petrol motor spirit sales. It was gathered that more than 2 vehicles were consumed by the raging fire. Your state government says that the University Board will recruit 8,109 as primary school. The 8,197 applicants scored 50% in the computer-based assessment test earlier conducted by board. A statement said that the chairman, Dr. Nureni Adeniran, said that the interview will be held at the board's headquarters at Agodi Gate in Ibadan, the state capital, adding that out of a total of 45,825 applicants who took the computer-based assessment test, only 8,195 scored 50% and above. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Ibadan Zonal Office has invited some officials of the Ogun State government in connection with an ongoing investigation. The head of media and publicity of the EFCC, Dele Oyewale. The development said that some officials are invited for a chat in respect of an ongoing investigation and their state. But when contacted, Governor Dapo Abiodun, his special advisor on media and publicity, Kayode Akimade, said that 5 officials of the government were quizzed. The invitation was said to be on the strength of a petition written by the former chairman of the Ijebu East local government area, Wale Adedayo, who accused Governor Dapo Abiodun of diverting about 10.8 billion naira meant for the 20 local governments in the state. Adedayo had also forwarded a petition to the EFCC calling for an investigation of the state government for the alleged financial infraction. The state government, however, denied the allegation, explaining that it rather augmented the monthly federal government allocations sent to the local governments, or else many of them would have found it impossible to fulfill their financial obligations, like payment of salaries, amongst others. Department of State Services have denied its operatives did not raid the headquarters of the Nigeria Labour Congress in Abuja. Head of Media and Public Relations, NLC, Benson Upa, said that the assailants ransacked the bookshop on the 2nd floor, seizing hundreds of books and other publications. The invading team claimed that they were searching for seditious materials allegedly used during the End Bad Governance protests. The NLC, however, said that it could not be immediately ascertained the full extent of the items taken during the raid. DSS spokesperson Peter Afunaya said that the agency had no involvement in the incident and the NLC had condemned what it described as an unlawful invasion and demanded the immediate withdrawal of the security operatives from its premises. The NLC further expressed its dismay over the dark days of military rule, adding that the NLC Secretariat was never subject to such invasion. Deputy Inspector General of Police Bello Makwashi has changed the Kano State Commissioner of Police CP Salman Garba alongside other senior officials to sustain efforts towards ensuring public safety, robust intelligence gathering and proactive measures to address emerging security challenges. Makwashi, who is the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Department of Logistics and Supply, supervising the Northwest Geopolitical Zone, disclosed this while embarking on an on-the-spot assessment tour of the situation in Kano State. A press statement issued by the Kano State Police Command spokesperson, SP Abdullahi Kiawa, said that the Inspector General of Police commended the CP Garba and the officers and men of the command for their exceptional resilience, professionalism, and dedication in containing the situation and maintaining public trust. Maintaining public order, adding that the importance of community engagement, collaboration, and timely response to emerging issues cannot be overemphasized to protecting citizens' rights to peaceful protest while preventing criminal elements from hijacking such protests. Ensure the public of the police resolve as a legal entity to maintain law and order, as well as ensure public safety and uphold the fundamental human rights of all citizens. Governor Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau State has relaxed the curfew imposed on Jos Bukuru Metropolis. He said that the residents are allowed to go about their lawful activities between 12 noon and 6 p.m. on further notice. This comes after the state government had on Sunday imposed a 24-hour curfew on the aforementioned areas, citing the need to enhance security and maintain public order, while the relaxation of the curfew was declared in a statement issued by the Director of Press and Public Affairs to the Governor Gyang Bere in Jos, the state capital. Nigerian Air Force said that the air component of the Operation Hadin-Kai has destroyed terrorist improvised explosive devices factory at the Graza, a location deep into the Mandara Hills in Borno. A statement by the Director, Public Relations and Information, Nigerian Air Force, Air Vice Marshal Edward Gapquet, on Thursday in Abuja said that the air interdiction was a sequel to the recent attacks on innocent civilians in the state using IEDs and suicide bombers following intelligence which revealed the sighting of a possible IED factory and storage areas for lots of other logistics. According to him, for some time now, the IED factory was suspected to have been relocated first from Goza to Timbuktu Triangle in Sambisa Forest and finally berthing at Gaza and at Grazara in the Mandara Hills. Gapquet said that the targets were acquired and effectively destroyed, adding that the thick cloud of smoke that followed the airstrikes confirmed the destruction of the IED factory and the gun trucks. You are watching the Transition on Atlantic Television Network. We'll return shortly after this break. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to Transition News on Atlantic Television Network. And now to the rest of our stories. President Bola Tinubu has appointed 30 persons to serve on the Governing Council of 6 federal colleges of education in Kebbi, Benue, Edo, Ebonyi, Baka as the chairman of the Governing Council. Hakeem Adegoke, Pam Ishaya, Abubakar Fakai, and Zara Usman. While at the Federal College of Education Technical, Isu, Ebonyi State, Tinubu named Muhammad Takori as the chairman, while Dauda Onipede, Victor Danzaria, Solomon Ayuba, and Mario Oumi will serve as members. Baba Homsok will now serve as the chairman of the Governing Council of the Federal College of Education, Odugbo, Benue State, as Kayode Ajiboye, Rex Obonna, Jude Ngaji, and John Viko will become members. President Tinubu also named Aisha Tahiru as the chairwoman of the Governing Council of the Federal College of Education, Jamare, Bauchi State. The council members are Doren Udechukwu, Bar Yaji, Mustafa Shehu, and Joshua Adewale, as well as others. He said that the palliative released by the cushion the needs of citizens, considering the huge inflation in the country. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network's program, Atlantic Blowout, a public affairs analyst, Ekie C. Ekie, said that the population of people in the states and local governments across the country outnumber the palliatives released by the federal government for better opportunities and empowerment, as well as reduction of the fuel pump price as soon as possible. On his part, Madu Dam Madueke said that the President Bola Tinubu meant well for the country, but Nigerians should give him more time.
President Tinubu, whatever is happening now is going to give us a leverage to live a normal life which we have been praying for. It's just a matter of time. Time should be given to him. Just like they said, it was not the intention of the president to cause hardship in the country. All the policies were purely to see how Nigeria can go back to that glory days.
This is coming after the federal government says that the Tinubu administration's primary focus is not to impose hardship on Nigerians, but to correct poor policies and dysfunctional choices that have historically hindered Nigeria's progress with bold and effective solutions. All Progressive Congress National Chairman Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje says challenges and protests against government policies are not peculiar to Nigeria. Ganduje disclosed this while reacting to the ongoing protests in Abuja, when he played host to some leaders of the party from the United States of America. The APC National Chairman, who said even developed economies have their challenges, assured that whatever challenges that was being faced in Nigeria currently would soon be over, adding that President Bola Tinubu came into power with the intention to introduce reforms that would secure the country's future. He also said that the country's institutions were weak and strong institutions were needed to implement whatever good policies the government had, and assured the people that the President Tinubu was doing all he needed to secure the country's future in the interest of all. Professor Adesogun Ladejo, who led the delegation, said that they were in the party's secretariat to show support for its leadership and the Tinubu-led administration in spite of the challenges, and was even with the discouragement they got from some Nigerians in the diaspora, adding that their visit was to also harmonize their relationship with the party's national leadership. Minister of Education Professor Tahir Maman has expressed displeasure over the merging of technical colleges with colleges of science while establishing technical colleges across the country. Mahaman, who disclosed this in Abuja at a one-day stakeholders meeting on the challenges and issues affecting technical colleges in the country, said that the technical colleges ought to be strictly for pupils with an interest in technical education. He regretted the low enrollment of students in the technical colleges, adding that technical colleges were to teach skills to transform the country, and commended the Universal Basic Education Commission Smart School initiative, saying it would provide the robust digitization needed for the growth of the country. United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization has called for massive investment in education as the only solution to youth restiveness. The president of UNESCO Read and Earn Federation, Abdul Salami Ladibolu, who disclosed this in Abuja, said that the backdrop of the ongoing hunger protests, said that quality education must be provided across the board in such a way that Nigerian youths would get engaged rather than being instruments of violence whenever protests occur. He urged the government to use the trying times to turn things around between the administration and the youths by improving youths' civic engagements and boosting their communication strategies, adding that the government can do this by letting the youths realize that they are working to effect the change and improvement youths have been waiting for to come to reality. He charged the youths to work on a purposeful unity while mending gaps